Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 with me, Bubblebox. And in the last episode we kind of just set our armies up, we set our navy up kind of, and we're just waiting for Spain to go to war with itself. What we were researching, the Autobahn and some infrastructure stuff, and we're hoping to move on to the Anschluss quite soon, but we're going to be wanting to keep these infantry coming in. Now I'm building sort of 60 divisions at the moment. I'm going to want more than that, believe it or not. And so we're going to keep building infantry divisions until I've got 75. And then we're going to add some tanks. And we'll keep pulling those in as well, so we can do the Anschluss as soon as possible. Now apart from that, it's kind of waiting for the Civil War. We could sort our aircraft out. I guess we could do that. I might send them all to one airfield just to sort them out and then kind of redistribute them a little bit. So maybe I'll do that first. So let's just grab all of these. Is that grabbing all of those? Or is that grabbing all of those? Let's put them over to here. Yeah, so they're all going there. That's that one and this one. All go to there, and I'll sort them all out when they're all at the same. Now I don't want to move the transport aircraft, so it's just these three. There we go. And what have we got in here? Just a naval bomber. We'll leave the naval bomber there. I think that's everything pretty much. So they should arrive in this airport quite soon, and then we can sort of sort out our aircraft when they're all in one place. We should be able to get the time moving on as well, otherwise nothing's going to happen, is it? So have they all arrived? Indeed they have. So the first thing I'm going to do is group up my fighters. So we're going to get these into a little group. So that'll be, oh, not that one. So let's get them into groups, into a group of 200. I like to keep all my aircraft in 200. So this is going to be limited to 200 aircraft. Just click that down, set that at a limit. And then as aircraft get taken out of that air wing, then replacements will replace them if there are available replacements from the reinforcement section. So that's that. We shall also group out our these tactical bombers a bit as well. 80, 160 there, and we'll do that in a second. Let's just finish off these aircraft real quick. So we've got 120 and 80, that's 200, that's good. And we shall set that to 200, and we shall set this to 200. Sorry, this is a little bit laborious and time consuming, but it really helps later on in the game if you've got all this sorted out now. So we'll set this to 200 as well. 201, 235 zone. There we go, 200, set that limit so that reinforcements will come in. We've got close air support which stays like that, and we'll finally, I've only got 2 fighter wings really. I'll set this one to 200. I thought I started off with more than that. I'll check that in a minute anyway. We'll set that. Okay, I think that's everything kind of done. Have I set this to 200 as well? Not yet, so we'll do that real quick. Okay, so I think that's all done, and I just want to do my researches now because we have completed some researches, or a research at least. So next I think we could increase our reinforcement rate or down our research time. I think we'll increase our reinforcement rate as we're trying to get our throughput of units really fast. And we've got some more we can bring in as well. Dab, dab, dab. So that we can send lots of units to Spain once this civil war starts. So we'll bring all these in. Cool. Now how many have we got? 69. Right, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. That's going to be my limit, I think, on infantry for now. And maybe for the whole game. We'll see how it goes. Now we can get modify our government a little bit. Now I do want to get... where is he? I do want to get, you can see here, first of all, this is our population and how they feel and what governments they like. And of course, we are mainly fascist, but we only just mainly fascist. We've got quite a large chunk of communism in there and quite a large chunk of democracy, or people that want a democratic society. So want to be reducing that and increasing this. Now, one way to do that is to get good old Goebbels so he can spread a load of propaganda, tell everyone how good the fascists are and how great they're doing and how wonderful their future will be with the fascists in power. So we're going to get him and he will increase our fascistness over time. See, the autobahns are almost done as well, so we'll just make sure we're keeping these guys coming in. And after we've built them, we'll start to build some tanks. In fact, I could start doing that right now. I think I will, yep. So we'll start training some tanks. And where should we bring them in? Probably somewhere, oops, just Thurningen will do. Again, I'll build one at a time so I know how many I'm building. And we'll start off with 10. Start building some tankies. So our current army, once all these are recruited, is going to be currently nearly 800,000. I want to get that to over, definitely want to get that to over 1 million. Now, the Spanish Civil War has begun. So if we go down to Spain, just put it on normal view, then you can see we've got Nationalist Spain and we've got Republican Spain going to war. We're going to be going on the side of Nationalist Spain, and we can send some volunteers to this gentleman here, Francisco Franco. Sounds a bit more Italian than Spanish, but sorry about that. Now, how many can we send? We can send 3. Now, I was hoping we'd be able to send 4, but we can only send 3, really. Can we bring any more units in? 1. Let's just move time on just a little bit. Can we still bring just 1 in? Let's just have a check. So the more units, the more divisions you have, the more you can send as volunteers. So we'll just see if we can send any more right now. Still only 3. I'm just going to leave that for a second and let it run. Just get a few more units because I want to send 4. I could send 3 now and then another one, but it's easier just to send 4 straight away, to be honest. I just want to check I've sorted all my aircraft out. Oh, our national focus has been completed. And the research. So let's just sort that research out. Our research is out in a minute. Let's do our national focus first. Now, can we get the Anschluss, or have we not got enough units yet? We still haven't got enough units. Damn it. Now, I am going to leave that and let time run on because I want to get the Anschluss next. For definite. So I'm just going to let time run just for a second without actually doing anything. We can sort our researches out though. So we shall do our researches. So next, what can we do here? We're going to do concentrated industry. You can do concentrated or kind of dispersed. Concentrated is harder to defend against, but is more productive. So we're going to go for that one. I'm hoping we'll be able to defend our stuff fairly adequately. And then we can't really, there's nothing else we can grab here in 1936. But we can grab this increased research time, which we shall do straight away. So let's just try and get some more units in. Okay, can we do this national focus now? Yes, okay, so we can do the Anschluss now, so we'll start that. And hopefully we can now bring in 4 units to Spain as well. As volunteers. Yes, we can. Excellent. So that's worked out quite well. A little delay in time, but I think it's for the best. So we're going to add this motorized infantry unit to this army, and we're going to send this army to España, nationalist España, of course. So here you go, Frankie, and we're going to send Manstein with his tanks and his infantry, and that will get to Spain fairly shortly, hopefully. And let's start time running again. So yes, we've done that already. Thank you very much. And I think I did sort all my planes out, didn't I? So we're doing the Anschluss now. So we're going to be trying to take over Austria. We're going to try and do it in a non-militaristic way. And in reality, of course, that is exactly what happened and what Hitler managed to do. I think what he actually managed to do was kind of he kind of ousted somehow. He ousted the government or the leader, or I don't know if he was like a democratic leader or like the king. Kind of ousted him, and he put a nationalist Germanic, or I don't know, it's from Germany or a Germanic or something like that leader in his place, who allowed Hitler to bring his army into Austria and annex Austria, and the people actually accepted it and were quite pleased about it, to be reunited with the great Germany and have a great empire again, and probably thinking about Prussia and all that sort of thing. So it did happen in that way. It could happen in that way, it probably will happen in that way in this game, but there is a percentage chance that it won't, and we will actually have to take it by force. So our 4 divisions have actually arrived in España. So the first thing we're going to... Oh, where are they? There they are. Oh, they've already taken Bilbao or Navarre. Normally they don't take it that quick. So we're going to head straight for Barcelona then. So we're going to try and take Barcelona and cut off a little pocket here in the north of Barcelona, and try to kill a few units off, because killing units off is better than kind of just depleting their forces by attrition. And yeah, the only way to do that really is to micro units. And as I said, if it's a small war, I'm going to micro. If it's a big war, I'm going to use the kind of automated way of moving the units. And eventually we're going to want to move in and take Madrid. And once you take Madrid, generally Spain will capitulate. Now Italy has taken Ethiopia, which is normal at this point in the game. So we are actually fighting these guys here. There's 2 divisions in this little area. So you can see we're doing quite well. We are the red here with von Manstein on one side, and this general... oh, we're fighting the Russians. So the Russians have sent some volunteers as well. In fact, we're fighting the Russians right here. Defeated them fairly easy. They are quite weak-ish infantry units, and we're pushing on to Barcelona quite easily. We're going to put them on an aggressive, actually. So once we take Barcelona, we'll clean this pocket up, and then we'll continue to move further south. We do need to start sorting out our armies as well, which we are going to keep bringing in, by the way, what I remember. And our tanks. Actually, no, we should probably train our tanks up, to be honest. Yeah, we'll leave our... We'll get 2 divisions in, and we'll let the rest just of the tanks kind of... Yeah, train up. We'll add 2 more. We'll try to get 15 tank divisions and 75 infantry divisions. That'll be 100 divisions plus a few extra that we've already got. We've got some construction done now. So let's just check out what we can do next. We can do excavation 1, which means a resource gain efficiency. That also come in extremely handy. So we have cut off a little pocket of units here. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to send 2 tank divisions up against these guys, and we're going to send our... Oh, I can't really... Send our other tank... I can't see what's what here. We're going to send our other infantry over to there with our other tank division, if I can find it. It's really hard to get hold of it. Let's send... Oh, let's just send all 3 in there. Okay. And send you over there. We'll try and kind of cut them off. So this is proving fairly easy at the moment. Attack these guys in near the mountains. Pyrenees. I think it's the Pyrenees. Is it the Pyrenees? I think it's the Pyrenees, yeah. So we've got 3 tanks up against 2 divisions here. And our allies are helping us out quite well. Sometimes the allies do really odd things and don't really help out that much, but they're actually doing extremely well this time round. Unusually well, actually, for the AI. So shall we move in to cut off there? And we'll send 1 tank to move in there. Tank to move in. These 2 to move in over there. Oh, well, let's just finish this pocket off first. 90% of the way there. Poor General Diego de Orleans is having a bad day. So we've nearly got all our infantry units in. We're going to have to distribute these into armies fairly soon as well. and probably train them up as well. Let's get into this last pocket. And the Anschluss has been successful. Let's just pause for a second. Repeated uprisings in Austria clearly show what the people there long to be united with our Reich. It is now time to take action and allow the will of the people to be manifest. How can anyone say that Austria is not German? So the Anschluss of Austria has been successful. And down here it will say the oldest eastern province of the German people shall be from this point the newest bastion of the German Reich. And we didn't have to go to war to get it. But we can move on to do the next thing in line, and we are going to move on to demand the Sudetenland, which is the easternmost part of Czechoslovakia. We've got our 750,000 manpower now, which is why I was chucking out the infantry basically, so that we can get down this tree fairly rapidly. So we shall start that straight away. And of course we are getting all these factories from these places we are taking over, which is most important. So we're going for the Sudetenland, which is this area here. And again, in reality, oh hold on, let's just sort out Spain before we get carried away with history. So we have taken that now. So now we're going to probably swing down for Valencia next. In fact, I'm not going to swing down that way. I'm going to go this way. And the reason I am going to go this way is because we can cut off a pocket of their units if we play it right. In fact, we'll come through here and then through here like that. Yes, I think that's a good idea. So yeah, in reality what happened was that the Sudetenland, in fact they wanted to kind of annex a bigger chunk, but they had kind of a meeting with the rest of the world leaders and they decided to let them have the Sudetenland because the Sudetenland has a large German-speaking population. So that was kind of the reasoning behind it. They were saying they were being persecuted. There's a large German population there. A little bit like, dare I say, the Russians did in the Caucasus quite recently. Large Russian population. They wanted independence. So we'll go in and we'll take that bit of land off the Ukraine because there's a large Russian-speaking population in that part of the country. And they did it and they got away with it. Exactly the same as Hitler did. Now I'm not comparing Hitler to Putin. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying it's kind of the same thing in a way, isn't it? I'll probably get lots of complaints from my from any of my Russian viewers now. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Anyway, we have taken this area down here, and I'm going to leave it up to my allies to finish off this pocket. But I am going to tack forward with my tanks, and I'm going to leave my motorized infantry, and we're going to actually push and try to cut these guys off next, I think. So we are cutting them off quite nicely, in fact, at the moment. Researches are being undertaken, and the games of the 11th Olympiad have been hosted by Germany. And of course, Germany did host the 11th Olympiad, and very successfully. In fact, they did top the tables of the tables in the Olympics of that year. Although, of course, conversely, if you remember, and this history tells us that Jesse Owens actually pissed Hitler off by winning a bunch of gold medals in the sprints and the relays and the long jump. I think he won 4 or 5 gold medals, which Hitler didn't take to very well. We'll just move down here to Mercia. But yeah, they did host it. They did actually do very well. So we've taken Mercia, and we could either go down here, but now I think we'll head straight up to Madrid to try to get Madrid to capitulate, or to get Madrid taken and to get Spain to capitulate. But I think we're going to leave that exciting part until the beginning of the next episode, and I'm going to pause the game right there. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this episode. Please do comment, like, and even subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really does make all these videos worthwhile if I get the odd comment and the odd like. So please do so, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.